Did you know that every day you probably have a hijack situation that happens multiple times? And the hijack situation I'm talking about is driven by four main big emotions: anger, anxiety, aggression, and fear. And what happens is when you have really strong situations or experiences where these particular emotions bubble up, you have what's called an amygdala hijack. The amygdala is the limbic system here. It controls our fight, flight, freeze. It's what I call the dragon because it's also where our comfort zone is, and it's where we compare ourselves to others. It's actually supposed to be what keeps us safe, and it is one of the most unsafe places to be. An amygdala hijack happens again when any one of those four big emotions wash over us and we can't think. So the amygdala actually chokes off our brain, and then we can't use this part, which is where all of the really great ideas on how to solve this problem reside. And so what happens is we say the wrong thing, we punch somebody in the mouth, we do the wrong thing. We, and women are particularly guilty of this, we apologize and we appease and we try to make things better. None of those things actually solve the actual problem. So, how do you overcome this? There's one thing, and it is both easy and it seems impossible. And that is simply that you need to practice mindfulness meditation for 30 minutes a day. Stats have shown that if you can do that for 8 weeks running, you will significantly shrink your amygdala, and that will prevent most of the hijacks. Can't say it'll make them go away entirely, but you'll definitely have some insurance so that when those four emotions, again, anxiety, aggression, anger, and fear, four big daddies, as they well up, an amygdala hijack is when we can no longer handle it. Our brain says, nope, we are in definite danger mode, and it chokes off our ability to use the newer evolutionary parts of our brain to sort our way out of it. The mindfulness meditation is all about identifying how you feel. Sorry if my video is like chopping out here, but this is what we got today. How do you feel? And I have this cool thing called a emotion wheel, and this is words that define the emotions. So if you can define them a little bit more than like mad, sad, angry, really get into it. And once you can identify it and you sit with it, you're like, how am I feeling? So you give it a name. How did I get here? So you figure out what happened. You calm yourself down so the amygdala hijack loosens up or doesn't even take hold. And now you can use all of your brain to sort out what you need to do in the future, how things can be different, and to avoid any kind of future pain or agony, mental or otherwise, that the amygdala hijack or the situation has caused you. So if you would like to avoid a hijack situation, again, the four major emotions that drive that are anger, anxiety, aggression, and fear. The more time you spend just breathing and asking yourself, how do I feel? What do I call what I feel? Because you can't deal with something that you can't name. And then as you go through that process, figure out, okay, well, what can I do about it? You bring control into you. And as you take control of yourself and of your actions and of what you're actually responsible for, and say, well, how do I want to be different from here? That's how you become much more regulated. And the more regulated you are emotionally, the more calm you're going to be. And no matter what happens to you, even if something really catastrophic happens, it never takes you down. So if you would like to have fewer spikes in your day of really, really strong emotions, you want to have a greater grip so that you can always, always, always use 100% of your brain, 30 minutes or as much as you can of mindfulness meditation every day. Again, if you can't do it every day, just do as often as you can. The more you do it and for the longer, the more of a chance you have of completely avoiding a hijack and having a much smoother, happier, and much more fulfilled day. So go get it.